The FBI and the IRS into the lucrative but dangerous prostitution racket in Las Vegas has yet to produce indictments, but the end may be drawing near.
And what's unusual about this probe is that a main target is a former vice cop who gained a national reputation for busting notorious pimps. The I-Team first broke the story last year, and tonight George Knapp has an exclusive update.
So I would tell people, to wake up.
Back when he was a star vice detective, Chris Boffman characterized himself as one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse, ready to unleash malevolent fury on Las Vegas pimps. Hyperbole aside, Boffman's team succeeded in bagging a rogues gallery of violent Mac Daddy types, men who tortured and terrorized the women under their control.
Very, very violent individual, very abusive.
Boffman's face became a fixture on newscasts and front pages. In 2 books he authored, Boffman credited the victims, frightened and vulnerable working girls whose trust and testimony were crucial in putting their pimps behind bars. I am here placed by God, Boffman wrote, like a figure from Greek mythology.
Boffman was the lead vice detective in the Clark County Vice Unit. He worked cases involving prostitution rings, competing escorts, and high-stakes criminal investigations. When Ocean Fleming was convicted in 2012 on 23 felony counts, Boffman's unit played a central role in gathering witness court affidavits and reporting from the Nevada Independent. Jamal Mallymul Rashid, a music producer and escort service operator, paid Boffman protection money, including up to $10,000 per month. Don Ramos, a former associate, claimed he witnessed cash exchanges between Boffman and Mallymul, including cash in the detective's Maybach. Jessica Gruder, a key prosecution witness, alleged she was sexually involved with Detective Bias, Boffman's partner. Gruder says she was coached to lie, shown photos of abused women, and told to recant innocence to ensure Fleming's guilt. She was warned where metro sweeps would occur and how to avoid
by the
them
I-Team,
while
and George
working.
Knapp is here with the latest.
Well, today was finally the day. Ocean Fleming's lawyers have fought for months for a chance to question under oath a number of police officers, a prosecutor, and some of the prostitutes who once worked for Ocean Fleming. By offering a deal to Fleming, the state was able to avoid 3 days of embarrassing and possibly incriminating testimony. But this is not the end of it.
These tactics created false testimony that helped secure Fleming's conviction. In 2014, the FBI launched a public corruption probe into the Metropolitan Police Department Vice Unit. Both Boffman and Bias repeatedly invoked the Fifth Amendment when questioned about alleged bribes and the allegations very troubling. When reviewing Fleming's case, the DA's office recused itself due to conflicts of interest. Fleming negotiated a plea deal in 2018. Ultimately, 20 of his 23 counts were dropped, and by early 2020 all remaining charges were dismissed. He was released after nearly 8 years behind bars. Boffman faced no criminal charges. He remained employed by Metro for some time, though the entire Vice Unit underwent restructuring. Chris Boffman has not been criminally prosecuted. There are no public records indicating disciplinary action or internal consequences beyond the reorganized systemic corruption in Metro. Fleming and Raymond Sharp, another convicted pimp, both alleged Boffman exploited sex workers for
FBI agents raided Rashid's Las Vegas home, the first public hint that a corruption investigation was underway. By that point, Fleming was already in prison. In court motions, his attorneys argued that Boffman and others had crossed the line by coaching witnesses to exaggerate what were already serious crimes. Fleming was hit with 23 felony counts. Judge Villani sentenced him to what could have been life behind bars. Under the plea deal, Fleming agreed to drop his appeal, admit his guilt to 3 of the most serious charges, but 20 other charges will be dropped. Janice Marshall will not get to question witnesses, but the affidavits she obtained from key witnesses have been entered into the official record, including statements from prostitutes who worked for Fleming.
It is all part of the record. I was permitted to depose Detective Boffman, former Detective Boffman, who elected to plead the fifth to all my questions relating to Ocean Fleming's prosecution and the investigation of Ocean Fleming.
And while this inquiry into alleged corruption may have ended, 2 others are still active. The affidavits filed in the Fleming case could resurface in the appeal of Raymond Sharp, serving 13 life sentences for crimes investigated by the same vice cops.
Raymond Sharp will be back in court later this week. He's looking for new counsel. In the meantime, we do not know the status of the FBI investigation. It's been underway for 4 years, but no charges have been filed, nor do we know if or when any indictments might be handed down. Back to you.
Thank you, George.